Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most famous yet controversial books on power and leadership, The Prince by Niccolò Machiavelli. This book was written in the 16th century, but its lessons still apply today. Author was all about political strategy, manipulation, and how rulers can gain and maintain power, sometimes by any means necessary. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of Niccolò Machiavelli's most famous principles that have shaped leadership and power dynamics for centuries. Author kicks things off by breaking down the nature of power. He divides states into two types: hereditary states, which are passed down through a family line, and new states which are acquired through force or skills. For new rulers, author warns that seizing power is just the first step. The real challenge is maintaining it. A ruler must be able to adapt, act decisively, and understand the dynamics of both fear and love in the people they govern. One of the most famous idea is that a ruler must be realistic, not idealistic. He writes that leaders must do whatever is necessary to maintain power, even if it means being ruthless or deceptive. Author argues that morality can often be a luxury for a leader. In his view, the ends justify the means. It's all about making tough decisions, even if they're not popular, in order to secure the stability of the state. Now, let's talk about one of the author's most debated points. Should a leader be feared or loved? Authors argues that while it is ideal to be both feared and loved, if you have to choose, it's better to be feared. Why? Because fear is a more reliable motivation than love. People may love you, but when push comes to shove, love can fade. Fear, on the other hand, creates obedience and respect. However, a leader should avoid being hatred. Too much cruelty can backfire. Next, author introduces two key concepts: fortune and virtue. Fortune represents luck or chance, and virtue is a leader's ability to shape their destiny through skills, strength, and intelligence. Author believes that while fortune can be unpredictable, a ruler must have the virtue to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. In other words, the best leaders are those who can turn circumstances to their favor, no matter the challenges they face. Military power is a huge focus on the prince. Author, military power is a huge focus in the prince. Author stresses that a ruler must have a strong and loyal army. He warns against relying on merc- mercenaries or foreign armies as they are unpredictable and might betray you. A ruler needs to control their own forces to ensure the survival of the state. In this chapter, author lays out a formula for maintaining a loyal and disciplined army, which in turn strengthens the ruler's grip on power. Let's talk about one of the most controversial aspects of the book, the use of deception. Author writes that rulers often need to Author writes that rulers often need to deceive their enemies and even their people to maintain power. He argues that a leader who is too honest can be seen as a weak or naive. While this may seem ruthless, author's idea is that prince must appear virtuous, even if they are not. The perception of virtue can win the loyalty of the people, while behind the scenes, the ruler might need to play the game of deception and manipulation. Finally, author dives into how a ruler should handle adversity. Finally, author dives into rule. Finally, author dives into how a ruler should handle adversity. Whether it is a rebellion, an external invasion, or internal instability, a leader must act swiftly and decisively. Authors emphasizes that a prince should never hesitate to take bold actions, even if those actions seem extreme. Being indecisive or weak in moments of crisis can cost you everything. So leadership is also about courage and the ability to make tough decisions when the situation demands it. So, what is the big takeaway from the prince? Author teaches us that leadership is a ruthless, pragmatic pursuit. It is about staying in power at all costs, navigating both moral ambiguity and tough decisions. Now, that doesn't mean we should all be ruthless tyrants, but understanding the cold realities of leadership can help you be a more strategic, effective leader in any area of life. What do you think? Do Machiavelli's ideas will hold value in the modern world? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the classic books, and share this with someone who is interested in leadership and strategy. Until next time, remember, sometimes to lead you have got to play the game, no matter how tough it gets.